Peacock'S, the McBee Dynasty, family drama legacy. I saw the first episode. I thought it was fun, really. I was hoping you guys could have caught that guy because I wanted to see what was going to happen. But that's another story. Stephen McBee Jr. and Jesse McBee, good morning to both of you.
Good morning. Good morning.
So I'm going to start off with Stephen. Tell us about, you're the guy who's got somewhat of the brains and you do a lot of the work on the computer. I hear you, Jesse. I hear you.
Yeah, Jesse's over here shaking his head.
I'll let him have that one.
Yeah, you let him have that one. So tell us about the business side of running this ranch, doing the business.
Well, it's so much more than I ever could have imagined as far as what it takes to run a farm and ranch of our size. Being one of the largest in the country that's privately owned, we're a family farm, family owned still, and so having to coordinate everything from an office perspective. There's so many moving parts, not only with the farm and ranch, but with all of our other business ventures. Sometimes it feels like we're spinning a bunch of plates and inevitably we have a few of them fall at any given time. You'll see that on the show, but we do our best to stay afloat and keep things moving in the right direction.
Speaking of staying afloat, Jesse, are you the one that's in the 10-year relationship that hasn't made that stand?
That
Yep.
is me. I'm the one. Yeah. Yeah, 10 years. It's been a long time, and I guess you'll kind of get to see how that our relationship progresses, during the season, and see kind of the final outcome in the last episode.
If she had it her way, she'd have gotten that ring in like year two. So to say Jesse's a little overdue would be an understatement.
I
That's
definitely,
fair.
Jesse, just give in. That's all you got to do.
I know. At this point, I've waited so long, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna make everybody earn it.
Jesse, tell me how you feel growing up on the ranch and now being a part of it, being a partner and making the business work.
Yeah, I think growing up as a kid, you don't get to see obviously the business side of things. You're just kind of working day in and day out, doing your daily task and what you're supposed to do. And as we've gotten older, and as I've gotten older, I've got to see the pressure and the stress behind everything else in the office. How we're going to get financing, how we're going to get these loans, or get this product or get these chemicals, and just really the global perspective of what it takes to actually run a farming operation of our size, and it's really put it into perspective for me. It's put I put a lot of respect on my dad and Steven, because he's had to do it for a while now, so I'll let him have that. So yeah, it's really made me appreciate them and the hard work that they've done, before I came about.
So Stephen and Jesse, well, especially Stephen, uh, I mean, I saw the first episode, so of course we're going to be other episodes. Any chance of the hedge fund coming along and helping you guys out?
It's a struggle throughout the entire season. I mean, our car washes are just starting up. You can see in these episodes that the hedge fund is teetering on whether or not they want to make the investment. And, Galyna is really working hard to try and get this deal done, but you'll have to watch and see how things shape out by the end of the season.
And when we say we bet the farm on it, we literally mean we bet the farm on it. That's not just a phrase for us.
Mhm.
You know what's interesting to me? People don't get it. Now, your dad started this farm, and here you guys are doing it now too. But with you now being involved in it, Jesse and Stephen, you're like startups. How does
We
that
are.
make you feel? Talk about
We,
that.
it's tough. I mean, the life of a startup is so difficult, and people from the outside looking in think that we're just so flush with cash and that money's growing on trees for us. And that's simply not the case. When Jesse says we're betting the farm, we literally leveraged every piece of farm ground we have to be able to invest and build out these car washes. So we're maxed out leverage wise. Cash is hard to come by. We struggle to make payroll every single week. We are a startup. And so we are working to keep afloat and survive and try to make it through. And this season really captures all of that.
Yeah.
Jesse?
Yeah, no, I completely agree with Steven. I think there's an outside perspective looking in on us that we have the helicopter, we have these trucks, and everything looks fine and dandy. What they don't realize is all the pressure that we're under every single night. Sometimes my dad and Steven can barely sleep at night because they don't know how we're going to make payroll the next day. And I've gotten into that world now to where I can see that and I feel that pressure. So it's not easy. I honestly wouldn't suggest it for any normal person. I don't know why you would ever want to start a startup, honestly, at this point. But I'm glad we did, and we took it on together as a family, and it's working out for us.
Jesse gets upset at me sometimes because I have to call him and say, "Hey, no more hair products this week. We got to make payroll."
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse, that could be a second stream of revenue. Hair products.
That's what I've been telling them. They
Yeah.
don't understand.
Yeah,
I could
you
get a
gotta
sponsorship
get it.
from Head and Shoulders or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know, you guys are 2.5 miles, 2.5 hours from St. Louis, Missouri, Route 13 to Route 6. Now, the only reason I know that is because my sophomore and junior in high school, I won't say how long ago, I went to Lexington, Missouri. There used to be something called Whitworth Military Academy. And that's where I spent my sophomore and junior year in Lexington, Missouri. So I know
Okay.
a little bit about Higginsville, a little bit about,
Yeah.
some other areas, small towns in that area. And they said rural, but that's beautiful Missouri country, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. And that's really one of the things we love about this show is being able to capture the beauty of rural America and what takes place in out there in the middle of nowhere in these flyover states that a lot of the country doesn't even realize is there.
You got that right. So do I have to drive 2.5 miles to get a McBee jacket like you're wearing, Steve, and a cowboy hat, or can I just order it online?
We actually just launched our apparel site at McBeeFarms.com where we're going to be selling stuff like this because everyone loves it. We didn't think it was that interesting,
Yeah,
but
we're like, it's
everyone
just our
loves
brand.
it.
Yeah.
I've been speaking with Stephen McBee and Jesse McBee. Peacock'S the McBee Dynasty, not Duck, McBee Dynasty, real American Cowboys in Missouri, not Texas, but in Missouri. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend. And I'm actually going to order the jacket and the hat. You're going to get it from me.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, James. I appreciate you having us on.
All right, guys.
Thank you.